Hello guys, and welcome to episode 5 of my Stellaris playthrough playing as the Schistocerca Alveare, and today we are looking at war, I think. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to happen this episode, but I'm definitely going to be building towards it. The idea is that as soon as we get this research done in 19 months, we will create spaceport level 3s and we will also create destroyers. Once that is done, we will create a huge fleet up to fleet capacity probably and destroy the Kroll and probably take over as many of their planets as we can and enslave them all. Basically, that's what I plan to do. Because currently we've got to the point where our expansion is not looking too natural. I'm going to have to attack Kroll in order to take over their lands and expand that way, and then I can look at what kind of land surrounding those I can take. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. I don't really want to break up my borders and make sort of like new hives. I want to just keep it all in one place and just expand naturally across the entire galaxy. So we'll start off by destroying the Kroll, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. I do have a 6th planet on the way to being colonized, so I am going to have to create a new sector soon, and I will likely create it at Akanar. That will be my new sector. And then I might give them like Baldurk, depending on what's there. Let's get our swarm anyway to go to Baldurk and try and take out that void cloud that's sitting there. We can also look at our spaceport and build a few more corvettes. So let's do that. Actually, the other thing I could do instead of that is build another spaceport at... we'll make one at Zur. No, not Zur. We'll make one at Akanar. Because then we'll have a spaceport in all 3 of these border regions. So at Enif we have the spaceport here. At Verlior we don't have one yet, but we could get one. I'm really tempted to get like a wormhole generator here as well. But if you have too many wormhole generators, what I've noticed is it actually takes you longer to get to certain places. So we don't want to have too many, we want to have a few that are in the center of a certain number of planets, and then they can be used to direct all forces from that location. So in this case we'll probably go to Turbocore, and then from Turbocore we'll attack into Kroll with our massive fleet. So anyway, we've gotten to this void cloud, let's absolutely destroy it. We'll get my science ship to start heading in that direction already, so that we can take advantage of surveying that as soon as the enemies are dead. So those void clouds do a lot of damage, but not enough to kill my corvette before I kill them. We do have the plus 10% bonus damage against them as well because of a situation log thing. We can get the science ship to research that as well. Okay, so now what we're going to do is head over to this place over here. Tempted to repair that one unit. I might actually split off that one unit as well. But before that happens, for sure, rogue agent. One of our covert operatives on For Sure has gone rogue. The poor misguided fool has apparently been smitten by a Euthonian female, and the 2 of them have eloped to parts unknown on the planet's surface. We are as yet uncertain whether our agent has revealed his true alien nature to his love interest, or if he is still posing as a Euthonian to her. Needless to say, this is a tremendous security breach. We should do everything in our power to bring this agent back and give him the psychiatric care he is so clearly in need of. So that's the one I was talking about that might happen. But anyway, we're going to take our attack swarm to Pleon now. I'll get my 2nd attack swarm to head in that direction as well.
Construction complete.
And we can start to take out some of the crystalline structures there. So let's go into my empire. We go to planets, we can create a new sector. I will select Achenar and we will finish that. Okay, so they are no longer under our direct control.
Colony established.
But the covert infiltration should continue, I believe. And then we shall enslave their population. Okay. They will continue to grow themselves. And they'll get their spaceport soon and get some free energy. Okay. All good. At Zaldar, we will make sure to enslave our original population there. And the population that's currently growing. So now we are on 47 minerals per turn. Obviously we remove the Achenar system from that count because we made it a sector. So now if we go into the Empire screen and scroll down, we have this sector here. They're currently generating 16 minerals per turn, no energy. And we're going to research that. And what we're going to do is tell them to give me 75% of their current minerals. And I'm going to inject them with some minerals to sort of change that. So they're giving us 2 of their 3 minerals per turn. And I just injected a load into them so that they can develop their planets. I might also inject some energy as well. Yeah, we'll give them like 100 energy as well. Just so that they can use that if they need it. We are going to assign a leader here. I'm going to recruit a new one. And we have an anomaly. By what has to be beyond astronomical odds, the Zoth Retir actually managed to pinpoint the source of the odd signals as it soared past through the asteroid belt, a tiny alien construct. A simple scan reveals that it is some sort of ritualistic container holding the remains of an alien spacefarer. Interesting. So do we want a load of science or society research, or do we want the physics, society and engineering research? I think we'll get the second one. Open the coffin and study the corpse. So, what guy do we want here? Probably this guy. Plus 10% food. Hydroponics farm cost minus 20%. And he can be the governor of the sector. So, every planet in that sector will gain the bonuses from that particular guy. Which is awesome, because it means that those planets will grow a lot quicker.
Construction complete.
Okay, so now we are in this sector here with both my navies. Let's get them together and combine them. Then I'm going to go around and destroy all of these crystalline structures. I'm actually going to break off that one unit. Just so that it doesn't die unnecessarily. And that one can go back to base to repair. Okay, so we've completed our research, which was to get the mining lasers, I think. And now what I want to do is head towards probably just the physics lab so I can upgrade and get some more physics research. Let's get my science ship to head in this direction, but crystalline entity shattered. The crystalline entities, a new designation better reflecting their apparent status as silicate yet animate matter, are tough and aggressive adversaries. Our engagements have allowed us to pinpoint structural weaknesses that should, theoretically, be shared among all individual crystalline entities. This is fortunate, as our fleets will need to engage with several more specimens if we are to learn anything about these enigmatic prisms. What we do know is that changes in levels of apparent aggression and the internal generation of power that drives their weapon-like discharge are accompanied by shifts in how the crystals break light. In essence, it is likely that Schistocercan ships will eventually encounter crystalline entities in different colours and should be prepared for differences in behaviour and combat capabilities. So that is noted, and we need to continue to engage them, which we will be doing, which is wonderful. So we can go research that. I can also get my science ship to survey the system.
Engaged.
Fantastic. Okay, at Baldirk, we can build a couple of mining stations. I can also build some new buildings. If we just pause it a second, I'm going to quickly go through and look at my planets. So if we go to Elliptical, we have the slave processing facility. It looks like it does take away the bonuses that were originally on that tile. So that's quite frustrating. But we can now build a basic science lab there. Just trying to use up some of these minerals. Here we have a population that's not very happy, so we're going to move them over to that tile there, and we're going to enslave them and then build a mine. This population can go over to there and build a power plant. On Verltavd, we are probably going to do that and build a basic power plant there. And on this new arid world, I'm going to leave that as it is for now. Actually, I'll move the population to that tile and then build a hydroponics farm. Great. So that's everything there. Now I'm going to build spaceports. So we have that one. Let's build this one. And when we get enough resources, we'll build the next one as well. So that has used up a lot of our minerals. For engineering research, I think what we're going to do is
Evading hostile fleet.
get the ion thrusters, and then I'm going to switch my scientist.
Evading hostile fleet.
This one needs a leader now, so we'll put him there instead, and he can continue what he was doing. My fleet has destroyed a lot of those crystalline structures, which is wonderful, and now we can survey that system and gain its benefits. So let's head the Navy back to Turbocore. We will tell them to go repair, and now what we can do is make that a level 3 spaceport and start to build some destroyers.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
So, Phase 3, Consolidation. All Euthonian leaders of significance on Fashor have been replaced by our own agents. The infiltration cells are now in the process of consolidating our rule over the planet and making certain that everything is in place for when we reveal ourselves. Excellent. So we are very close to finishing our covert infiltration, and we'll take control of the planet. I will probably enslave them entirely, and that will be that. Their wonderful output will be ours. And they have a lot of happiness. So maybe I might not need to enslave them, although yeah, I will enslave them, because then we get the increased output from food and minerals.
Construction complete.
I mean, I was thinking about being merciful, but who does that? Fleet's a bit bigger now. We have a 42 naval capacity, which is pretty insane. I could actually make this a level 2 spaceport and then get the upgrade that allows us to build corvettes cheaper.
Construction complete.
But I think what we're going to do is just spend some money on a destroyer here. And now if we go into the ship designer, we can see what our destroyer looks like. So it looks like our destroyers will come with 5 cutting lasers, which is pretty impressive. Our small corvettes are using the cutting lasers as well. And speaking of which, we need to upgrade our fleet. So it's going to cost us 311 to upgrade our fleet in order to get those mining lasers. Those lasers ignore armor and they are incredibly powerful. So I'm going to wait until I can upgrade the ships that need upgrading in this fleet, and then we will continue from there. So now we need to actually survey that system and complete those research projects. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. They might have retreated since I wasn't finished attacking some of the aliens there, but I need to change those from evasive to passive. And I'm going to get my attack swarm now to go to Gomezia or Gomeza. And then we'll go to this next system, and I'm just going to keep wiping out. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. I need to upgrade them first, so let's do that. Then we can go back and destroy stuff. I can't wait until they add the new formations, because they're working on making it so you don't have an arrow formation all the time, or a wedge formation. But here we go, Phase 4, Annexation. And after achieving complete dominion over the Euthonian political leadership, our infiltration cells have successfully paved the way for the arrival of our first contact unit. In a lavish ceremony held at the new planetary capital, our diplomatic envoy graciously accepted a petition signed by every world leader on Fashor calling for the planet's immediate annexation into the Schistocerca Alveare. Jubilant citizens are crowding the streets, cheering their new alien benefactors. So, compliments to all infiltration cells on a job well done. Fantastic, we have a new planet. That's fine. So, in Akimar, or now, we have Fashor under our control. They aren't particularly happy with any of my stuff, so we're just going to enslave them all. And that will be that.
Station under attack. Research complete.
So it seems that the space amoeba entered the wrong system, and basically my defense platform is wrecking them.
Log updated.
So, the space amoeba dissected. The space amoebas, the nickname eventually adopted as the official target designator by Schistocercan forces, are much more complex than anticipated. Their hardy exteriors protect a great number of pockets housing smaller amoebas, creatures that our fleets have observed effectively acting as strike craft when engaging the mothership amoeba. While superficially similar beyond the obvious differences in size, the strike amoeba are much less physiologically complex than the space amoeba proper. Inside the space amoeba, beyond these pockets, lie hundreds of delicate organs, doubtlessly all integral to surviving the harsh vacuum of space. Many of these organs ruptured or were simply incinerated in the process of dispatching the amoeba, leaving us with a largely incomplete carcass. However, xenobiologists assigned to the Space Amoeba project believe that the process of acquiring specimens is sound and have distributed specific targeting instructions among the military fleets involved. With 5 more amoebas killed by surgical strikes to specific parts of their anatomy, a complete carcass can effectively be reconstructed. So, target practice. Fantastic.
Debris analyzed.
And our physics technology is complete. So we are going to go for the specialized combat computers now. And my fleet is 59% upgraded, and that is continuing pretty quickly actually. Normally it takes quite a while to build or upgrade your fleet. Right, this science lab can be upgraded, but I'm not going to bother for now.
Debris analyzed.
What I might
System
do...
survey complete.
Actually, yeah, sure, why not? Let's just upgrade it, because I have plenty of minerals. And we've analysed the debris, so
Ships
a few
upgraded.
technologies related to the
Construction
crystalline
complete.
structures will be sped up a little. And it looks like we have Volland's first insurgents in our Akanar system, but that should be fine. They should be dealt with by the sector, hopefully. Okay, so our science ships are done there, which means my construction ship may as well move there and build the energy station. Now what I can do now that I have a decent amount of energy coming in actually, is build the research stations as well. So I'm going to add that to the queue. And if we go to my spaceports, we can build solar panels to support those new mining stations. Let's build a spaceport at Verl Tavd, and we'll get one at Verl Zolder as well, so that we get those extra energy credits from the solar panel network. So my military fleet is continuing to grow, but we have a new contact. The Uvzant Union. Birds with with bubble helmets. Fantastic. I speak on behalf of the Uvzant Union. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens in a galaxy full of alien horrors. Our elected leader, President Pukdinka, warns you not to interact with our citizens or approach our space. We will fight for our right to exist. So they are here. And they don't like us very much because obviously we're going to be slavers and they're going to be like freedom fighters basically. And they're all democratic and stuff. A couple days have passed since we first made contact with the Uvzanti, and now they are sending us a message. We know what you have done, Schistocerca. The casket you desecrated was the final resting place of our first star traveller. We demand an apology. So that sort of thing that popped up when we opened the casket to examine the corpse was apparently owned by them. That's amazing. It is merely a dead body.
Construction complete.
So they don't like me very much at all, which is quite hilarious. So approaching them at the moment is probably not the best idea in terms of expansion because they will likely attack me straight away. Let's go to Skisteron and have a look at my fleet. So you can see at the back here my first destroyer of Zof Kula class. So we can build more of those, although they are pretty expensive. But they do have a great amount of strength in comparison to the corvettes. So one destroyer, if I just split it off quickly, has 74 strength. I believe one corvette has 27 strength, so they are 3 times as powerful, and I think they only take 2 slots of naval capacity.
Construction complete.
Anyway, let's just merge those back together. So we can build a lot more destroyers, and that will efficiently use our naval capacity. Although the great thing about having lots of corvettes is the fact that they have an evasion bonus because they're corvettes, and therefore they get hit less. But either way, It depends on what weapon system your opponent is using most of the time, because if they are using rockets with like 100% hit rate, then your evasion bonus doesn't really matter. So my construction ship's going to be pretty busy. We can get control of the research there and at Zur. And our engineering research was complete. So I might go for advanced spaceport here, although space torpedoes unlock is pretty useful, I guess. Maybe just get the second mining network would be a good idea. That way I can upgrade my buildings. Okay, so I don't want to upgrade those. Although I could focus on physics, I guess. What would that give us? Yeah, we can focus on that. Okay, so let's build a few of those. Upgrade that to a physics lab. That one as well. And that one as well. So that will be physics focused on our main planet. On this planet, we can build a basic science lab there. On Verl-Yor, everything's looking okay at the moment. At Verl-Tavd, let's build a basic science lab there. And once I get enough minerals again, I will upgrade this to a planetary administration. I could do the same here, actually. Yeah, I need to do the same there. Okay, so we've got a couple of planetary administrations to build. That will improve my mineral output even more. And currently, we are 27 years in. We have 7 planets and 68 minerals per month, which is pretty impressive. So we're doing very well. Once my army or navy hits about, I would say 1,000 strength, then I'm thinking of attacking Kroll, because you need to have like a significant force in order to really overwhelm the spaceports that will be protecting the planets, and then we can invest in an army to take them over, probably a slave army actually. So if we go to our main planet, Schistocerca, and we go to the armies tab, we can recruit a slave army. Now slave armies, I believe, are much less expensive to maintain than assault armies. They do a bit less morale damage, but they have more health, less morale themselves. The best part about them though is they are incredibly cheap. So yeah. Anyway, we were going to build planetary administration, so let's do that.
Construction complete.
Okay, that's used up a nice amount of our influence there. And we will soon be able to do the same on this planet. Zaldar, sorry. Oh my god, these names. They don't get any easier. They really don't. I mean, I made it hard enough as it is with the Schistocerca Alveare. But can't complain, I guess. Let's build another destroyer. And what I might do on this spaceport is upgrade it to a level 2 spaceport, get a Corvette facility there. I also still need to build a spaceport here and upgrade this one with a solar panel network. Okay, so timed project requires a science ship, but our research has finished. Okay, so let's get farming subsidies so I can unlock the hydroponics farm 2. That will help our growth dramatically on planets where we have planetary administrations. So that solar panel network's being complete. here our destroyer was complete, so I'm going to build another one. Actually, no, I'm not, because I want to build the spaceport first. So we'll wait till next month and then build the spaceport. Just go fastest till the end of the month and build that. Okay, so my attack swarm is 638 strength now. So we're probably going to need like 5 more of those destroyers, and then we can think about attacking Kroll. I mean, I think they're at war. Okay, never mind. I was going to say they're still at war with Spiral Qatar, but they already destroyed them. So that happened.
Research complete.
Not sure if they're going to be weakened by that. Probably just made stronger, to be honest. But yeah, we're getting to the point where we have nowhere to expand except from destroying them and using their population to run their planets.
Construction complete.
So engineering upgrade complete. We should probably research the coil guns to get level 2 weapons. 3 months until the basic combat roles is complete.
Construction complete.
Then any ships we build after that will come with those. So we got some new thrusters on a few of our ships at the moment. Alright, let's upgrade this shipyard or spaceport to level 2. And I'll upgrade that to Hydroponics Farm 1, this to a Mining Network 1, this one to the Power Plant 1, and we shall build a Science Lab there. On this planet, we can do the same. Although I'm going to do that on my original planet first. Upgrade the mineral ones first so that we get more resources, which will allow us to get the other buildings quicker. Ah, this is what we need. Wormhole calibration matrix to get the extra wormhole range and wormhole generation rate. We could also get improved deflectors, which could be very useful as well. Let's get wormhole calibration matrix and frontier collectives. That is really nice. Minus 15% resettlement cost and plus 25% colony development speed. So let's do that. And actually, saying that, I need to resettle some of my population. So if we resettle them to one of our new planets.
Construction complete.
Actually, that's not looking particularly good. I mean, I should do at least one population. Yeah, because then we can continue to grow population on Schistoceron. So yeah, that's something that we need to do. Anyway guys, unfortunately it has been my time. So like I said, we didn't quite get round to building up a full-blown fleet to invade just yet, but we are definitely getting there, and I'm going to continue by building a couple more destroyers, but I'm going to pause it here, and that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.